The 5th-ranked Reavers rolling in against the Blackhawks, who rolled out with the black eye. Showtime at the MAC, Jenny Ed style. The rap on the shootout, as well as Methodist Jenny Ed. The Iowa Western wrestling team goes to the well, and at the bottom, a freshman surprise. All those in favor, raise your hand. The Bluffs Sports Zone starts right now. Hello, I'm JJ Davis. Welcome to another edition of the Bluffs Sports Zone. Now, have you seen the Iowa Western men's basketball team? It came into the season with a lot of question marks. Point guard Devin Brooks, the only returning starter. No problem. The Reavers, unbeaten. And how many teams can say that at this point in the season? 5th-ranked Iowa Western tipped off league play against a perennially tough opponent. Tavion Pomley and the Reavers shouldering an 18-game winning streak. Southeastern jumps out front in the Iowa Community College Athletic Conference opener. Jordan Stevens with the quickness all the way. 5-4 Blackhawks. Home team right back. D.J. Walker amongst the trees with the left hand. Number 22 finishes with a team-high 19. Iowa Western goes up 17-11. Walker off the screen just nails it, but back and forth they go. Visitors, little 7-zip run. Marlon Court off the pick, 18-17 Southeastern. Running and gunning, Josiah Coleman lays in 2 of his 10. Reavers back up by 2. Home team closes out the half, 11-4 run. Devin Brooks, 31-22 Iowa Western. The Blackhawks close out the scoring. Artis Harris's take that, and Jim Morris, hey, slow down. Southeastern cuts it to 2 to start the second half, and then Tavion Pomley and the Reavers heat up. Devin Brooks put down 11, back up 38-31. And let's not forget D.J. Walker, 53-40. Iowa Western a 22-6 run to seal the deal. Out rebounds the Blackhawks 38-33. Coleman here with the finish. And eat this. 4 Reavers in double figures as Iowa Western runs its school record winning streak to 19 games, just stuffing Southeastern 77-60.
I was real pleased. You always want to open up at home.
Yeah.
It's good to open up at home. And Southeastern is 17-3, and I knew they'd come in here and fight. We just went on a little stretch in there. We just went on a 20-2 run or something like that. We kind of pulled away, and the game was over.
What has surprised you the most so far?
I think just usually when you get teams like this, especially when you have a lot of freshmen, you get teams that can go pretty hard and then they'll back off. And this team has been they've worked very hard all the time.
The defense really stepped up because, so far we heard we kind of slacked off, so we got back on it, defense, and you've seen the score.
With all the question marks coming into the season, if somebody would have told you you'd start out 19-0, what would you have said?
I would be surprised. I would be like, what? You serious? But that's our record now, so obviously we're doing something good.
Yeah, we won 19, but I know Indian Hills is won 18, and Marshalltown's won like 16, and Southeastern has won 17. So there's other good teams out there. But I think potentially, we have a chance to be very, very good in the conference. So we'll take it one game at a time, and hopefully we'll continue to play well.
So the 5th-ranked Reavers, 19-0, but as you just heard, still a long way to go. Same deal for the ladies. And as you can see on our Flex Physical Therapy scoreboard, the 16th-ranked Reavers run their record to 17-2. Iowa Western knocks off Jefferson College on Saturday, January 12th. Bobby Beckwith leads 3 in double figures with 16. And Jefferson just 19 first-half points. Amber McCann pulled down 10 boards. The Iowa Western basketball teams roll on. Rolling in and out at the MAC. The shootout when we come back.
At Council Bluffs Savings Bank, our goal is to help you, your families, and your businesses grow and prosper for generations. We take pride in our community, whether it's volunteering our time or helping individuals, families, and businesses succeed. We provide you with the personal service and attention you deserve. With over 220 years of banking experience, decisions are made locally. We are Council Bluffs people operating at Council Bluffs Bank to help Council Bluffs be a better place to work and live. Council Bluffs Savings Bank. Hometown banking, the way it used to be. Member FDIC.
What's that? I don't know. Something I kind of made. Ooh, what's it do?
What do I do? Well, thanks for asking. I ring my bell and I like to dance. What do I do? Well, thanks for asking.
Ow! Yeah, it still needs a little work.
Anything's possible. Keep thinking. Get started on your own inventions or just play some games at inventnow.org.
Whether you're a weekend warrior or on an organized sports team, however you play, you risk injury. At Flex Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, we specialize in the prevention, recognition, treatment, and rehab of orthopedic and sports injuries. We have 30 combined years of experience, making us Southwest Iowa's leading physical therapy clinic. At our state-of-the-art facility and using the latest technology, we'll help you get back on the field fast. So if you experience a sports injury, you need to see us first. Flex Physical Therapy and Sports Medicine, your Southwest Iowa sports medicine professionals.
G-Morning, sunshine. Wakey, wakey. Text me. Are your parents home later? We can hang. LUV, love you. JK. Holla back. Holla back. Holla back. Are you with your friends? That's lame. We're in a huge fight right now. XO. What'd you dream about? Something I did? Are you on your way to the mall? I'm lonely. Nude pics. Send me some. Text me.
What does the world need? What will you become? Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
This portion of the Bluffs Sports Zone brought to you by Cutler O'Neill, Meyer Woodring, family-owned funeral home, serving Council Bluffs and Southwest Iowa for over 100 years.
The Mid-America Center, the place to be. They were firing away at the 7th annual Jenny Ed Sports Med MAC Shootout. And you know what's a neat event? It's something that the teams look forward to each and every year. So let's start with TJ. The struggle continues. The Lady Yellow Jackets have yet to win a game, and head coach Richard Bartholomew just beginning to build something, so it's going to take some time. For more, here's IDUB TV student Austin Heinen.
The Yellow Jackets balling at the Mid-America Center against the Sergeant Bluff Luton Warriors. Ladies first. The Warriors waste no time getting things going as Amber Schubert drives it in, sparking a 7-0 run. The Jackets, falling behind early, need an answer. Misty Cackley banks it in to do just that, making it 7-2 in favor of the Warriors. Following Warrior possession, Sydney Smith responds by taking it to the hoop and one. Second quarter, Sergeant Bluff stays strong on both sides of the court, forcing the tough shot, air ball, and it turns into 2 points in transition for the Warriors. It doesn't stop yet though, folks. Sergeant Bluff Luton passes the rock around and gets hot from deep. This here, Miles Ludwig, a part of a 26-0 run. The Warriors here just firing away, and everything seemed to find its way. Bouncing, rolling, you name it, it falls. As for the Yellow Jackets, they only score 9 points for the whole game. SBL handles TJ 56-9. And then it's the boys' turn, looking to flip the score against the Warriors. A minute into the game, SBL's Thomas Wisecup strikes from deep to break the ice, getting a 7-0 run to start the game. Yellow Jackets down 7-0, look to get it going as Brian Carlson cuts through the lane for the layup. Into the second quarter, the Warriors keep taking it at TJ as Wisecup drives and scores again. Nice little floater right there. Also a part of a 10-2 run, Sergeant Bluff gets Ben Robinson down low to make it a 23-9 Warriors advantage. Thomas Jefferson would keep fighting hard, however, as Ja'Kai Gregory here banks it in. Ka-ching! But as SBL has an answer for everything that TJ gives them, that's Brett Zahner with the bucket. Warriors lead 33-17 at the half. And nothing changes in the second half. Wisecup stays hot all game long. And defensively, the Warriors absolutely reject everything TJ does. Warriors win 75-41.
Foremost, we've just got to do a little bit better job of taking care of the ball versus pressure. We've worked on that all year. It's just, when you get out here with the lights on, it's a little bit different than what you go through in practice. But, there in the third quarter, I felt like we started to get into a little bit of rhythm. But guys got to do a little bit better job of taking care of it.
For the Bluff Sports Zone, I'm Austin Heinen.
Thanks, Austin. Next up, Saturday, January 12th, the AL girls smoked trainers 73-47. Olivia Leisinger led 4 in double figures with 14. Coach Shaw and the Lynx 11-3. The guys had number 9 Sioux City North on the ropes. AL trails by 1 after 3. The Stars, a 23-8 run to close it out. The Lynx dropped to 2-10. Then it was time for the Titans, Falcons, and Saints to crank things up. After the break.
No team covers Southwest Iowa sports like the team at Jenny Edmondson Sports Medicine. For nearly 25 years, Jenny Ed Sports Med certified athletic trainers have cared for thousands of area athletes and their schools. And our partnering physicians at Nebraska Orthopedics help ensure you're taken care of from diagnosis through rehab. If you need to be seen now, come by our Saturday morning walk-in clinic. It's open all fall from 8 to 9:30 a.m. Jenny Edmondson Sports Medicine.
In 1977, an 8-year-old boy picked up the game of golf from his father. The odds of that same boy then making it to the US and European Pro Golf Tours, 1 in 7 million. The odds of the Big Easy winning the US Open twice, 1 in 1.2 billion. The odds of him having a child diagnosed with autism, 1 in 110. Ernie Els encourages you to learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Did you get a call from the coach about those kids who were caught drinking?
Not our guys. They know better.
Yeah, they know better.
Heads up, sport.
Real kids are curious about alcohol. 40% tried by the 8th grade. Talk early, talk often, get others involved.
What if a disaster strikes without warning? What if life as you know it has completely turned on its head? What if everything familiar becomes anything but? Before a disaster turns your family's world upside down, it's up to you to be ready. Get a kit, make a plan, be informed today. Learn how at ready.gov.
This portion of the Bluff Sports Zone brought to you by the St. Albert Alumni Association.
The Lewis Central girls have been having quite a season. The Titans ranked 10th in the state. LC looks to strut its stuff at the 7th annual Jenny Ed Sports Med Max Shootout. The Titans D gives up just 18 points in a win on Friday night. So what about Saturday? Here's IWTV student Eric Morrow.
Middle set of games at the Max Shootout featured LC against Norwalk. The Warriors jump out front as Paige Lamer scores. LC would answer the next time down. Lexi Spielman with the deuce. Aubrey Norville on the break, 7-5 LC. Norwalk keeps it close here. Hannah Heglin drills it. The Warriors just 8 points at the half. Second half, Aubrey Norville. 2 over 13 for LC. Now it's Paige Beacom's turn. Freshman gets the roll. Titans by 8. Norwalk hanging around. Tori Van Veltzen on the rebound. Titan cheerleaders with lots to cheer about. Lexi Spielman drains a 3. LC goes on to win.
Well, we always enjoy this game. It's kind of a neat venue for the girls to come in here and play in an arena like this, and you know, the fans enjoy it. They like the atmosphere. So we always look forward to this.
For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I am Eric Morrow.
Lewis Central boys then took on Norwalk. The Warriors' leading scorer, Carson Miller, here with one of his 3 baskets on the day. The Titans come right back. Lincoln Rodenberg here with 2 of his team-high 11 points. LC 11-9 after 1. Second quarter, Norwalk's Colby Greenslade scores a nice basket. Later in the half, the Warriors' Carson Miller inside. End of the half, Greenslade, nice pass to Austin Lavelle. Norwalk leads it, 23-22 at the half. Third quarter, Lewis Central's Alex Reed, 2 of his 8 points on the day. But Grant Wright and the Warriors pull away.
I think we just need the ball to go in the basket a little bit more. I think that we need to continue to be aggressive in attacking the rim and try to get to the foul line a little bit more. But we're doing a lot of the right things. We're moving in the right direction. We just got to keep working at it.
Final score, Norwalk 48, Lewis Central 39. For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Phil Moon.
St. Albert girls go up against the tough Missouri Valley team. Callie Ferguson drains a 3 to start the game. The junior gets 2 of her 16 on this fast break to keep the Saints up. Haley Hellstorm starts to push for the Lady Reds with this tough jump shot. Kayla Gardner hits a trifecta to tie the game up at 5. Hellstorm misses the jump shot, but Haley still gets the board. She gets swatted by Nicole Rollins. The Saints start fast with a quick 3. Faye Osmond on the fast break passes to Emma Munger. She loses control of the ball, but saves it and passes to Matamise for the score. Saints down 23-17 going into the third. Rochelle Hoosh gets the Lady Reds their first 2 points of the half on this tough layup. The sophomore hits a jump shot to keep the lead for the Missouri Valley. Ferguson starts a late push for the Saints on this coast-to-coast play. Meese keeps the push alive with his easy bucket. The Saints get the ball back with a final shot opportunity, but they scored a 2 and they needed a 3. Saints lose 38-37 to the Lady Reds.
You know, we drew up a play there in our last time out, and you know, we were looking to try to get that 3-pointer, and for some reason we just didn't. You know, I just don't think our girls were thinking, you know, what the score was at the time. So, you know, that's something we talked about in here in the locker room.
For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Bryce Hufkin, and here's Aaron Zach with the boys game.
It's time to renew the rivalry between St. Albert and Tri-Center. Both coaches talk about their chances of winning the showdown. We tip things off as Tri-Center gets the early advantage. Britton Barrier scores the first points of the game. Trojans go on a 5-0 run, looking to get an early advantage. St. Albert responds. Connor Moran drains the shot to get the Falcons on the board. TC doesn't let up. Barrier has some nice pivot moves to extend the lead. Falcons' Tucker Colgett runs through some screens to score. It gives St. Albert some momentum. Tri-Center tries to score through the paint, but it gets blocked. Connor Moran dribbles in and passes it to Alex Rindon as he drains the shot. St. Albert is on a hot streak. Colgett drains a 3 in the corner to give the Falcons a commanding 22-14 lead. Tucker keeps his hot hand going as the Falcons inbound the ball to Colgett. The junior hits yet another 3 on the outside. Trojans trying to keep up. They score a basket, but St. Albert doesn't let off the gas. The Falcons keep on going as St. Albert trips the Trojans 69-58.
Well, you know, we've had a lot of success in this building.
It's a beautiful facility. Jenny Ed does a great job organizing the event, and the Mack Center people always real gracious allowing us to use the facility. And so, we're just happy to be here in a great atmosphere. On the big court, it's always good to play because it gives you that preparation for Wells Fargo.
For the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm Aaron Zach.
Thanks, guys. Now, what about Jenny Ed and its involvement with the shootout? Well, it's a family affair. The family that is Methodist Jenny Ed, along with the entire Council Bluffs community. The focus? Jenny Ed Sportsmen, lending a helping hand on all fields of play. Now the ball bouncing their way at the 7th annual Jenny Ed Sportsmed Mac Shootout. Methodist Jenny Ed out in full force, celebrating more than just basketball.
The event is not about Jenny Edmondson whatsoever. You know, our sports medicine department, our trainers are at the schools every day, all year long, and at the 4 Council Bluffs schools. But the event itself is really a thank you to the sporting community of Council Bluffs and the kids just for letting us be a part of their daily lives.
When you're there to take care of them when they get injured, you're usually the first person they see, and you can facilitate their health care and make sure that things get taken care of the way they should be.
And that's probably the most rewarding part of the job, is getting to know these kids and, going through the trials and tribulations with them and really getting to know them and cheer for them, and you get to have those successes along with them.
Our main goal is to provide the services that Council Bluffs needs to keep healthy, and when they're ill or injured, to be able to provide them with the services they need to get better.
You all know each other, you all refer to each other, even when it comes to the high school student athletes.
That's true, that's true. The ability to collaborate between physicians, even in the wound center, we actually do get quite a few of the patients every now and then from the orthopedic physicians, so it's instrumental that we all talk together.
With Jenny Ed, as with the sports medicine program and with all the departments, it's about patient care?
Yeah, patient care is the #1 thing that we strive for.
The kids love playing at the Mid-America Center. It's a atmosphere that they just don't get throughout the course of the season until the postseason. It's kind of funny when you listen to the kids throughout town. They kind of shoot. They want to know who they're going to play at the shootout and what time they're going to play if they're a Friday, Saturday game. And then most importantly, what's my t-shirt look like this year?
Blue. The t-shirts this year, as you can see, blue. Standing tall and then running onto the court and shooting for glory, thanks to Jenny Ed and the 7th annual SportsMed Mac Shootout. The 2-day event featuring 24 teams, nothing but net. Everyone involved had a ball. They were having some fun on the mat as well. A top 10 tussle. Next.
All right, guys, we gotta be smarter about what we bite on, okay? I want everyone to go outside. We're gonna run Red Rover on 3.
What about you, Tony?
I'm gonna run around in circles, flatten my arms, and make engine noises like this.
When it comes to playing, we kids are the pros.
We're eating right, too.
We fuel up
to play 60.
Your school doesn't have a program? Be a leader. Start one.
Click today and join the movement.
Turn over this log. Yeah. Whoa! I like the big black ones. I like the brown wiggly ones.
I like the green crunchy ones myself.
Whoa.
Get out and explore nature. There's surprises everywhere. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Anyone up for dessert?
I'm home, and I love it. I'm home, where I belong.
It's always nice to come home, but many Americans are at risk of foreclosure and losing their homes. Making home affordable from the U.S. government has already helped over 1 million struggling homeowners like these. The sooner you act, the better chance we can help you.
I'm home, where I belong.
What does the world need? What will you become? Iowa Western. The world is waiting.
The 5th-ranked Reavers wrestling team only 2 home matches this season. Just 2. So you want to make them count. Iowa Western looking to do just that Friday night, January 11th. The 10th-ranked Panthers on the prowl in Canesville Arena, and head coach Josh Watts, he's got to juggle his lineup. Did it work? All fired up as 5th-ranked Iowa Western hits the mat with number 10 Ellsworth. The Panthers claw their way to a 7-zip lead after 2 matches. 141, the Reavers' Peter Stewart gets 2 against Tyler Lashbrook. Stewart's up 7-5. Moments later, the freshman going for the pin. Can't quite get it, gets those all-important back points. Stewart walks away with a 13-7 win. 149, second period, Iowa Western's Casey Einerson all over James Kent. And it's just a matter of time. Sticks him. Reavers pin their way back on top, 9-7. 157, Zach Bennett's with a 2-1 lead. Seconds left, Nate Woodward with the double leg. That's 2. Woodward wins at 3-2. Iowa Western head coach Josh Watts concerned. Ellsworth goes back up 10-9. Sean Doolin then gets the call. And at 165, the freshman, wrestling 2 classes up like a lion, sticks Jeff Lyon in the first and give him a hand. Reavers retake the lead 15-10. 174, second period. Dan Williams' quick reversal grabs a quick 4-2 lead. Third period, up 4-3. The sophomore with the single leg and then trips him 2 more. Williams takes it 7-4. Iowa Western now up 18-10. 184, Devin Peterson focused in on a pin. 41 seconds into the first, the Reavers with a 24-10 lead. Ellsworth wins the last 2 matches, but too little too late. Iowa Western pins the Panthers 24-19. This is a big one.
I think it's important. You know, we're coming off 3 dual meet losses to Division I programs. We're kind of wondering where we were at in the realm of the junior college. I know we're ranked high, but you know, we need some junior college competition, so I think it's a big step for us.
Any particular strategy in the third period when you won it?
Well, I'm the wrestler that likes to work in the third period, and I always work my guy where I don't even want him to be able to walk after the match, so I work him really hard.
A 57-pounder lost, and as soon as he got off the match, coach looked at me and said, "This is your opportunity. You know, you gotta step up." So that's what I did, and I went out there and I saw an opportunity and I took it and I pinned the kid. I stuck him.
So in the end, Josh, what did you find out about your team?
I think we're tough. I think our guys are physically tough. I think they'll wrestle for each other. They'll go out there and do what needs to happen to win a dual meet.
And that's good to hear. The culture for just a second-year program continuing to take root. So again, much like the fall season, all the Iowa Western winter teams doing well. How about that? It's got to be just about time for me to wrap things up. What do you know? It is until next week. So for the Bluffs Sports Zone, I'm J.J. Davis, and as always, I'll see you around.